start in the elevator.
Good evening and welcome to your City Paul is off this week. Well, we've got a couple of success stories in tonight's show. We cook with an Edmonton actor who just got his first big job in Hollywood. That's in Celebrity Chefs. And Edmonton is now the new home for a couple of seals, successfully rescued from the West Coast. Due to local model and actor Denny Hoff back in December. At the time, he was on his way to Tinseltown for pilot season, and we're pleased to report that he hasn't come back. In fact, he signed on for an MTV reality show, studied with an acting coach, and has even landed some modeling gigs in Los Angeles. And just recently, he shot this cover for Edmonton Life magazine. Here he is now at an encore presentation of Celebrity Chefs.
Well, today we're going to start off with a nice, light, easy puff pastry dish that has got some ricotta, spinach, some nice spices, egg wash, egg bath on top. We're going to complement it with a nice arugula salad, and we're going to have some biased cat pork tenderloin with a nice searing of black peppercorns. And I brought my lovely sister, who's a phenomenal chef in her own makings, along with me. I started with my grandma in forestry camps and doing like really big functions for the firefighters. And I took pride. I really enjoyed, you know, doing it with my grandma, plus learning all this stuff. And then when I left there, I went to McDonald's. And from there, I just went all the way up to as high as I could. And I learned a lot of stuff. And, you know, it's really good to get influential information from different people just in one restaurant, because you kind of are limited by that same information if you're in the same place for too long. So I'm one of those jumpers. I go all over the map.
Cooking is a big part of our family. I'm currently working at Eastbound. I've been in a few restaurants in the city. Union Baking, where he is now, Madison's Girl. And
As a server.
As a server. And we cooked together at Nina's restaurant on 124th Street when I was still around.
You guys at home can't really see a lot or taste a lot of the food, so we're going to try and make it look as applicable as possible.
Appetizing?
Applicable. I have my own language. All right, and cooking's never fun unless you've got, you know, something to complement, like drinking some white or red wine, or you got some beer in the fridge.
To maximize the flavor, typically you want to like deglaze with white, and spinach wilts really easily. So just even a little bit of liquid will give you that you need there. So that's even good enough. You want to take it right off the heat. You don't want to burn your garlic, so you want to deglaze pretty quick.
I'm green in the market, as I like to say. I've done some Scania furniture ads.
So Carrie Bradshaw of you?
Yeah, I'm a Carrie Bradshaw of Edmonton. I've done an eyewear group commercial. I mean, I just started not even 10 months ago. So, I mean, for getting the amount I've done, my agent says I've done pretty good. Okay, so I've got some ricotta cheese here with cracked black pepper. Have you added some salt in this?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's already seasoned. You want us to season the ricotta. It's not as salty as most cheeses. So.
Now, Kristy, what did you think when your brother said modeling, acting?
I laughed. I'm kidding. No, he's a beautiful boy, and he's really talented. He really is. Okay. He's got a lot of enthusiasm in everything that he does.
I mean, as long as your hands are clean, you wash them, the best way to work with food is with your fingers. But make sure you scrub your fingernails and your hands. You really want to make sure that you feel confident with handling the food. And whenever touching meats, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, make sure your meats are in certain areas on certain cutting boards. You don't want to cross-contaminate anything.
Right now, we're just doing a Dijon crust here. It's grainy Dijon. And we're going to sear it off in the pan so we can get like a nice golden brown on the outside. So you want to get your pan really hot, not too hot, because when you put the oil on, then you'll whoosh. I set the kitchen on fire.
One time she's trying to show off and she's got this pan roasting. I mean, you have to worry about the surface contact of oil. If you've got a hot pan, it's all hot, you can't just drizzle drops. Dribble, fire everywhere. There was these
paper towels
caught on fire, everything, and I'm like, oh, you're really hard. All right, so this is basically done here. I spilled the egg wash. We should get Dean the gopher in here to clean it up. Sorry.
Oh, those are our guests for dinner.
Yeah.
Hi.
Where's the vino?
Yeah.
Where's the vino?
So who is the better cook?
That's what we find out. I have to admit, she's got way better knowledge. She's got, you know, way more knowledge for food and stuff. I mean, for me, I tend to forget the things I learned because, you know, she stays in it. She's still working in the industry. And me, I kind of, like I said, I jump all over the place. I like to do new things. But sometimes the performance comes out. Mine is a little bit nicer, but that's different changes. I mean, she makes good dishes when she's not burning down the kitchen and stuff.
Is Denny short for something or short for name?
You know, sometimes I like to tell people it's short for many things, you know.
Joseph Denny.
Joseph Denny. You know the name Kenny, which is Kenneth? Oh, I like to say my name is Dennis, but it's really not.
And this is the jus from the pan here and a little bit of white wine. Can't cook without wine.
Never.
We're gonna drip some of this one here.
Delicious. Would it even be good
A little bit.
with port or?
Oh, it would be nice with port, wouldn't it?
Okay, so this here, you've got your spinach ricotta pastry on top of a reduced cream. And then you've got your pork medallion, well, sorry, bias cut pork, with your quartered artichokes, pimentos, honey, lemon, mustard drizzle. And it all comes together just like that.
That looks fantastic. You don't want to watch that segment on an empty stomach.